Whenever you start approaching the end game, materials are more and more required, even more. And there are some things that you are going to need that you're only going to get from certain areas, specific areas of the game. When you reach 35 plus, you're going to need refined ingots. And it is very difficult to get because it requires two minerals. It not only requires just simple ore veins, so yeah, you're going to need to farm it a little bit more. In this video we're going to be talking about that. There's just one single very specific spot that you are going to find out there in the world. I want to credit the person that gave this information to me because I didn't find out about this place. This beautiful, lovely gentleman that you are seeing on the screen right now, he's the one that told me about this location. Although the adaptations and everything that I'm going to tell you about in this video and everything that I did to properly make it function, it all comes from me, of course. So yeah, it's the base more than anything. So the location on the map, the coordinates that you want to go to, it's going to be 189 to -37. Just for you to have the reference, we have the plateau beginnings right here. If we go up here, we zoom out, there's one more reference right here. You can find the valid in here. This is where you're going to set up the base. Remember that at this point you can have 3 bases. So I have my main base right here, I have an ore gathering base right there, and this is the one that is going to contain coal. And to craft the refined mineral, the refined ingots, you're going to need both mineral and also coal. Right now the base, as you can see, is picked up clean. I didn't do anything. My pals, my Pokemons, or whatever you would like to call them, they did the job, they did the heavy lifting. There are some recommendations that I do have to give you for them to properly work efficiently, and I'd not advise for you to set up a proper base per se in this place. I'd say that this should be a refining base. First and foremost, you shouldn't build upon the mining ores. So as you can see, even while I do have set up a base right here, all of this is just picked up clean. There's nothing that you can find of my buildings here. However, every base should have sustainability, so this place, it's just perfect. Where you see all of these pals right here, there's not going to be any mineral in this place. So what I personally did, and this is what I advise for you to do, it is not really that difficult, is that on the edge of the place I built foundations. Those foundations help me to keep everything in place and to keep the sustainability of the base in place. The first thing that you're going to need is just take a look at all of that beautiful, gorgeous and delightful material. And this isn't really from that much playtime. And as you can see, we have already 265 refined ingots in here. This is one of my favorite pals, the Reptile, because this guy mines, takes care of the mining, and as soon as he's done with the mining, he's going to come here to refine your ingots for you. The ingots, of course, are going to require ore, which, as you can see, I still have plenty of right there. So it seems that there is a little bit more ore. You can move that ore to a different refining place, or maybe you can refine it into ingots right here if you want to make ammunition and so on and so forth. So what is it that you need to get this base running? To get this base running, of course, you're going to need a place where your pals can feed themselves. And in this place where they can feed themselves, they are going to require for something that it's going to produce food, constantly going to produce food. So there's going to be a couple of pals that you are going to need. They are going to take care of the food, but most of everything, there should be miners and refiners in this place for them to pick up, clean the material. In this place, you're going to set up the beds as well, so that they can rest. As you can see, there is not much room for anything else. What I did right here is that I built a 2-story base. It seems to be like a 3-story levels, but I like to do it this way because sometimes the pals, they get stuck. They are still going to get stuck, no, don't get me wrong, but this is going to alleviate a little bit that if the base is just too low, it's just going to make them get stuck at all times. The reason why I want this thing up here is that you do have a little bit more of a building place up here, but the main reason is for them to have these hot springs, these professional or advanced hot springs. This is where they can rest and they can continue working without losing sanity whatsoever. So that is basically everything that you need to set up the base. You need a place where you can feed them, they need a place where they can sleep, they need a place where they can refine the ore, and they need a place where they can relax so that they can keep working. And the pals that I advise for you to have is, if you can, as a matter of fact, if you can have as much reptiles as possible, you're going to find them in this area, in the volcano area. That is where you can capture them. But the pals that you need to have on this base is going to be transporters, because they are going to be carrying the material. That's something that I forgot to mention. I have a box right here, I have a box right there, I have a box right there, and I also forgot to place a box right there, but there should be a box right there for them to not to worry about too much about carrying the materials. Transporters are always amazing. This guy, Relaxorus, he's also amazing at transporting, and I have two of these guys because they not only transport, they also water the seeds, the berries that we have right there to keep everything well fed. These guys, they take care of both things, the preparing the harvest and also transporting as well. You are also going to need someone else to, there we go, the Ribbony. As a matter of fact, I forgot to add her right here. These guys, the Cativas, are amazing because they are going to also help with the harvest, and they are also going to mine, and they are also going to transport things. But I'd say that the most important ones, these guys right here, the Futtlers, they are miners. The Rushroar, he's a miner as well. The Daman, he's going to help a little bit with the watering, but this is a miner. But I'd say that the most important one is going to be the Reptile, because this guy has +3 on mining and +3 on refining. So you can have like two of these guys and divide the work right here. And as you can see, this guy is almost finished. And it hasn't been long since I placed these ingots to be refined. So this is a place where you can just AFK, go out there and explore the world and not worry about anything else. And they are going to manage to have the infinite amount of resource for the refined ingots at all times. If you like the content, so like and very super appreciated. And also you today, you're a gorgeous and beautiful person. You are indeed a gorgeous and beautiful person. I will be seeing you goddamn gorgeous and beautiful people in the next one. Have a lovely day and goodbye.